Hey guys, it's me, Crazy Honda Chris here in the sales department at Randy Gill Honda in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I want to be one of the first ones to congratulate you guys on your brand new Honda Accord Hybrid EXL. This video is going to show you guys how to customize all your vehicle settings so when you drive off the lot, you are set for success and everything's the way you want it, all right? So first step is simply just have the vehicle on and running. We have to be in park. You can't be out of gear. You have to be in park to access the vehicle settings. Now from there, we're going to be focused on the touchscreen because that's where the magic's going to happen. We're going to go to the second page. We're going to find vehicle settings. Then we're going to select that. Before you get too far ahead, make sure you double check on the top right hand corner. Are you setting it for driver 1 and driver 2? All right, because on the back of your key fob, you're going to have a 1 or a 2. So let's say, for example, I actually want to set things up maybe for driver 2. Now to switch to driver 2 from driver 1, what I have to do is make sure I take driver 2 key. I don't have it with me, it's inside. But let's say you have it. You have to turn off the car, you have to hit the lock button, hit the unlock button, and turn on the vehicle. Then you'll see right up there is say driver 2. As long as if you do that with driver 2 key. All right, so that's how you switch between driver 1 and 2. So that way both drivers will be accommodated in the way they want the vehicle for. Now with that being said, we're going to start away from the top and work our way down to the bottom through the settings. But now as you're selecting this stuff, just to let you know, your screen may look like this, one big column, or you may have this little stuff going on here. So all you have to do is hit change view, and then you kind of, go from there the way you want it set up. Now the first thing we're going to be selecting, I'm just going to do this one because it's easier as we go start from the top and work our way down to the bottom. First one's going to be a tire pressure monitoring system calibration. You're going to have an indirect tire pressure monitoring system. So the car won't tell you which tire is low. It will just tell you, hey, Chris, there's a huge difference. Or, hey, it's time to go out there and double check your tire pressure, routine maintenance. Now, if everything's looking good, I just simply come in here and hit calibrate, and then boom, everything's done. Now, from there is select the back button. Then we'll come down to driver's assist system setup. This is for all of your Honda sensing features. You can choose the sensitivity, turn on and off the beeps, stuff like that. So now you can have your forward collision warning distance. You can see right here, you can see what's already selected, and that gives you little visuals. As you select this stuff, it's going to give you a nice little summary. That's what I love about the Accords, especially for the hybrids. So there, you don't have to memorize everything I'm sharing with you guys today. Now with your forward collision, and it's going to warn you before you hit an object. As you can probably see on that photo right there, you can select the distance. So there's a camera that's facing forward through that windshield. It's going to detect you're going to hit an object. How soon do you want it to warn you? You'll want it to warn you sooner, as in short, normal distance, what Honda usually has set as a default, or an object that's further along. And you can see the different measurements as you select that with the picture of the car moving. So I'm going to keep this on normal. Next one's going to be ACC, is your adaptive cruise control forward vehicle detection beep. And simply when a car gets in and out of range of your adaptive cruise control, do you want it to alert you every time it finds it and then when leaves? I'm going to turn this stuff on. There's no right or wrong answer. The reason I turn everything on in here or keep it as a default is so that the next person can decide how they want to customize the vehicle. Okay? So we have the back button from there. Now, if you guys haven't watched my walk around video that explains the adaptive cruise control and other features, I'll have the link down below in the description. So at the end of this video, feel free to check that out. Next one's gonna be a road departure, mitigation. So this is what is gonna keep you in the center or on the road, in the center of your lane or on the road. So you can see that with the little details right here. You have narrow, normal, wide, and warning only. When you select warning only, it's not going to bring you back. It's just going to tell you lane departure. So it's up to you to bring yourself back into the center of your lane or back onto the road. Well, that's going to be your sensitivity from right here. Wide gives you a little more slack. And then normal, then narrow. So I'm going to keep it on normal. We'll come down to lane keeping assist, suspense beep. This is simply when you have your lane keep assist or your traffic jam assist. You're driving down the road. You go out of the lane a little bit. It's going to beep at you. Beep, 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 as it brings you back to the center of your lane. Now, my question is, do you want it to beep at you or not? And it's just no matter what we just set it on recently is going to bring you back. So yeah, let's turn on the beep. We're going to go down to blind spot information system. So you have a little indicator on your side mirror. As you can see the photo right there, when the car's in your blind spot, it's going to be a nice, solid, bright orange. You have to be at least going 20 miles an hour or faster for this to work, okay? So you're going down for city driving, 20 miles an hour or faster, car's in your blind spot, that's going to be a bright orange. The only time it will talk back to you, if we have it selected audible and visual, is when you have a turn indicator on while someone's in your blind spot. The light will flash, and then also the car will beep at you to alert you, hey, don't turn yet. Versus if you went down to the visual alert only, it won't beep, it will just flash at you. Next one is your traffic sign recognition. Simply finds the speed limit sign, it throws it up there below your digital speedometer, so you don't have to second guess what the speed limit is. You're gonna have that nice little reminder. It's a simply on or off. Excuse me. Now this next option is, do you want the car to warn you when you're speeding? I know a lot of people are going to say no right away. I don't want it to warn me, but I'm going to turn this on because of the next settings for those that do turn this on. Yes, let it have it flash the speed limit sign at me to let me know I'm speeding. And then the next option, you can fine tune or adjust that threshold when it's going to warn you. You can have it warn you at speed limit, 3, 5, or 10 above the speed limit. All right, so look away. Let's select one. Which one are you guys gonna pick? Keep it to yourselves and we're good to go. Next one's gonna be driver's attention monitoring system right here. So with this is simply, do you want the car to do everything in its power to alert you when you're doing a bad job at driving? You should pull over, take a break, stuff like that. Most likely you won't experience this, but if that occasion, if that happens, you probably wanted to do everything in its power. So I turn this on by default myself. That's how I have my wife's car set up. So you guys do what you want. Once again, no right or wrong answer. Next one's gonna be meter setup. So a lot of this stuff is gonna be on your driver's interface screen. And this is gonna be great if you guys out in the car watching this video on your smartphone. It walks you through those steps. You can adjust your outside temperature display. So you can see on the bottom left-hand corner, that's gonna have a temperature for you outside. You can fine tune this bad boy if you want to within a 5-degree swing. Next one's gonna be a trip A and trip B. When do you want this to automatically reset? Every time when you fully refuel, or when you turn off the car, or just whenever you do it yourself. Trip B is gonna be the same thing. Next one's going to be adjusted alarm volume. You can turn how loud you want your turning indicators, buzzers, warnings. As you can see right there on that screen, gives you a summary. A lot of people keep those in mid, but if you need to adjust, you can. Your fuel efficiency backlight. So when you're driving using your gas or being fuel efficient, right? Well, being fuel efficient while using gas, you'll get this little green bar that's going to be right there on that screen above or below your digital speedometer. You'll see that in the center right there. So it's just saying, good job, you're being fuel efficient. It's a nice little visual coach. And when you're not, it's just gone. It's not up there. I'll keep it on. Now you turn by turn. So let's say if you're using your navigation, your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, stuff like that, you're driving down the road, you probably want to tell you, hey, 300 feet, take a left, right? So if so, we'll keep that on. Your rear seat reminder. So since I got the car on and running, if someone opens up the back door, then they shut it, we'll get to where we're going, I turn off the vehicle, it's gonna say, hey, check your rear seat. By say, I mean it's gonna put a little photo on the driver's interface. Speed distance, miles per an hour, 2 kilometers. We'll keep it at miles per an hour. And that's everything underneath meter setup. Now we're gonna come down to driver's position setup. You got your memory link. I'm gonna select that as a simple on or off. So you come in with key fob 1 or key fob 2, right? Do you want your seat position saved to your key fob? I think the answer is yes. Let's do that, so we won't have to argue. Now, the second option down below is simply, let's say you open up your car door, the car's off, you open up your car door, your seat moves back a little bit. Then you get back into your vehicle, you shut the door, turn on the vehicle, your seat moves forward a little bit. So it just makes it a little easier to get in and out of your vehicle. If you like that, we'll keep that on. Come down to the next page, keyless access setup. Door unlock mode. This is when you have the key fob with you. It's in your pocket, your purse, your jacket. Walk up, put your hand in the handle. Do you just want only the driver's side door to unlock or all doors to unlock? Now let's say if you selected all doors, all right, there's going to be a delay when you put your hand in the handle. I got kids, I know what they're going to do. They get to the door, first thing they do, boom, yank on the lock door handle. Now to train my kids, I got them set up for these next two options. So I put my hand in the handle. Do I want the lights to flash saying, hey, the car is unlocked? Yes, I do. That's going to be great. So they get a visual. Now, if they don't see the visual, they can get an audible. The car will lights will flash, and the door or the car will beep at you. Beep, beep, beep. Yep, unlocked. And then there we go. They can yank on those handles without driving me crazy. Remote start. You want to keep it fully available at all times, or do you want to disable it, turn it off? My walk around video is going to show you guys how to use your remote start. Lockout prevention. So this is a help to prevent you from accidentally locking your keys in the car. And it has a little security theme. So for example, you leave your keys in the car, you walk away, it won't lock them in there. But let's say you guys got your key fob and maybe you got it in a nice little small bag with your phone because you're going to the gym or who knows what, right? Phone, key, right here together. Sometimes that phone is going to block the radio waves of that fob. So when you get out of the vehicle, the car doesn't know where the fob's at. Is it in the car? Is it out of the car? I don't know. So it's going to panic. It's going to make a funny sound like do-do-do-do-do-do or something crazy like that to let you know, hey, I don't know where the key fob's at. Come back. Make sure. So a lot of people will keep this on because of that. Now we're going to go to light setup. Start from the top, work our way down. You got auto high beams. You want those on or off? Interior light dimming time. This is when you turn off the car, you shut the door. X amount of time, your lights will turn off for the interior lights. Headlight auto off time. I shut the car, I shut the door in X amount of time. Guess what? 15, 30, or 60 seconds, 0 seconds, your headlights will turn off depending on what you have selected. Your auto light sensitivity levels. How soon, when your lights are onto auto, your headlights are, how soon do you want your light to come on or off between your day and nighttime levels? So when your headlights are set to auto and you turn on your wipers, your headlights automatically come on. Sorry, I got distracted with the background over there. All right, we'll back out from there. Now we're gonna have doors set up. Auto door lock. You're about to drive away with your car. When do you want your doors to lock up? With speed, roughly 10 to 15 miles an hour, or when you shift from park, boom, doors locked, or have it off. And then you just hit the darn lock button. Let's do that in reverse now. When do you want your doors to unlock? So do you want it to unlock when all doors, when the driver opens up door? That means those all doors stay locked. Kids can't get out until the driver door or the front passenger door unlocks. Or when you shift from park, or whenever you turn off the vehicle. Or have that off and just whenever you hit the unlock door. Your walk-away auto lock feature. This is when you have the key fob with you. It's in your pocket, right? Shut the car, shut the door, you get 10 feet away, no key left in the car, 10 feet away, boom, it locks all the doors. You never had to second guess, did I lock my doors, did I not? I got stuff out there, I'm worried about someone's gonna take it. Done. Now if you leave your key in the car, you will not lock it. Only way to lock a key in a car is, let's say my wife has her purse, she has the key in it, in her purse, she leaves it in the car. I have to take my second fob out, then I have to hit the lock button. Then it registers. I'm purposely locking that in there. Now with these, as you guys see, you can simply hit the tab for on and off. Okay. But I'm selecting this so you guys can see the summary of this. All right, so keyless lock answer back. So simply when I hit lock and unlock, I'm assuming you want the car to beep at to let you know, yep, I'm all locked up. Next one's going to be power window controls. On those really hot summer days, you can double tap and hold unlock. As you're holding it, it rolls down the windows and opens up the moonroof so that hot, mucky air can get out and ventilate, you know, so you can breathe when you get into the car. So that's kind of nice. But the problem is, apparently some people have some issues. They did tap, hold for a split second, and the windows crack. Oh no. They have it parked outside, it may rain or snow, then not aware the windows will crack. So Honda gives you an option to disable this feature if you're not very good with it. Lock presetting. If I just have another door open, like I get out of the car, the driver's side door, I shut it. Maybe the kiddo in the back has the door open. I can preset my lock. Just simply hit lock, presets it. As soon as that door shuts, all the doors automatically lock. Climate controls. Here we go. Driver's seat automatic climate. Simply on or off. You guys can see that little summary right here. So it's going to do everything in its power to maintain a certain temperature. I like it. And they're going to have a passenger side too as well. So a lot of people just usually keep these on. Now we're going to come down to individual settings. So you can, as you know, you have different drive modes, and you can customize the individual settings. So you can do your powertrain right here. You can do more econ mode, normal, sport. Econ's going to be more focused on fuel economy. Normal is just your everyday driving. Sport's going to be a little more fun, responsive, you know, driving from that point. You got your steering once again. As you select them, you'll see the color change. I'm going to keep everything on normal. So your adaptive cruise control, normal. Then your gauge, what's going to be displaying on your driver's interface. I'm just going to keep it on normal, but you guys can play around with those a little bit as you see fit. Then there we go. Maintenance, anything regarding maintenance, if you need to reset stuff, it's going to be right here in this option. Just simply select item and then reset. You can change the color of the car if you want to. And there we go. All right. Well, thanks guys for hanging in there with me. I try to share as much as I can. Try to slow down so you guys can go at a good pace. If you guys found these videos helpful, please do me a huge favor. It's a small step for you, but it means a lot to me, so I know to keep these videos going. Consider hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, even leaving a comment down below. Let me know if this is helpful, what kind of videos you'd like to see in the future, and maybe what kind of car you guys end up buying. You know, maybe it wasn't the EXL Accord. Maybe you guys get the Sport. Maybe you guys can't find a video on my channel, so I can drop a link down below for you guys. So help me out, and I'll keep these videos going, all right? Well, thank you again, guys, for watching. We'll see you at the next video. Bye-bye.